Hello, everyone. We're back. Renee Hughes here, and I am the founder of the Aroma Specialist. We're the home of the Mood Makeover Method, which is what we've been talking to you about the last few weeks. It is an emotional regulation and detox and rejuvenation program that I developed, and it's been life transforming for myself and for Jessica and for so many others. And so we're going to be doing a deeper dive on that. And first, I want to introduce Jessica to you again.
Hello, everybody. So good to see you. So good to be with you. My name is Jessica Koufos. I am one of the certified instructors for the Mood Makeover Method. I'm so incredibly excited about it because a couple of years ago, I myself joined the program for my own emotional health and my own journey. And I joined at a time when my life was just absolutely a mess. I was suffering from panic attacks often and just struggling to navigate my life, my emotions, and just how I felt on a day to day basis. And the Mood Makeover Method completely changed all of that. So, yes, I'm so excited.
Hey, I'm so happy. Yeah, just we get such great results, and you're going to be meeting a lot of people who have gone through the program and what their results were. But it's just a joy to see it over and over again. So today we're going to talk to you about we're starting the series where we're talking to you about three core principles that I added to the Mood Makeover method to help us to have a focus and a navigation so that we knew where we were going and have a pathway so that we know where it is that we're headed as we do this work together. The first one that we're going to talk about today is perception equals peace. This one came from a lot of different places. It came from a lot of reading and studying that I was doing, and it came from what worked for me and what was working for me. And I find it to be something that is you just can't replace it. It is extraordinary what happens with this. Perception equals peace. So we're going to play just a little video for you that explains this, and then we're going to talk to you a bit about it. All right, let's share this. There we go. So, as we go through the coaching, and again, if you do the 5-day workshop, you're going to get a lot of the details of these principles, and it's what the coaching program is based on as well. The first one is perception equals peace. So, by changing the meaning that we assign to things that have happened, that are happening now, that we are concerned about will happen in the future, changing our perception can help us to attain peace. Take the
Right.
toxic out of. So that is the first one. Perception equals peace. And Jess, do you have any comments on what you've experienced with perception equals peace?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So, I found doing method, and especially this particular portion, is perception is everything.
It's
How
everything.
you look at something, how you view something, can really affect how you deal with yourself, how you deal with other people, um, how you look at certain situations, and what do you make it mean? What are
Mm-hmm.
you making something mean? And that's something that Renee teaches a lot in the program is what are you making this thing mean? And if we can change the perception of it or how we view it, we can change our mood and shift, how we view things. We can change how we think. And that was just such an important thing for me to really understand is it helps us to get clarity on things and it helps us to it helps us to heal, you guys. It helps us. It's a really important key piece in that healing process is how we're looking at things and how we're viewing things. Because sometimes, I mean, our minds can try to sabotage us. It may not mean we may be assigning a meaning to something that there is nothing there. You
Yeah,
know, that
it's
can be
not
really difficult.
thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And when I was doing this, I thought, there's those times when what we think is happening is exactly what's happening. Like it is what's happening. And even in those cases, and this is what's so clear and so important, even in those cases, we can change how we perceive it. We can change how we perceive it. And because of that, the experience, the way it lands on us, the way it affects us, is not as devastating. And so sometimes we go through the world with this, I got to take care of myself. I got to keep eyes open. I got to, I'm keeping it real. And all these different things. And yes, we may perceive things. We may see some different things that are happening. We may think, "Oh, this person's doing that. This person doesn't like me. This person doesn't really care for me. This wasn't fair." This and each one of those things may be true, but guess what? We get to assign meaning to it. And we get to decide how it's going to affect our life and our heart and how much of us we're going to give to that thing.
Mhm.
It is game changing.
Yeah.
Our perception, it really does equals peace. And it's a tough one. I feel like, I'm going to say, of the three, it's the harder one, especially when we've been hurt,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's a difficult thing to change your perception over a fact, that something that has actually happened. But what we find about facts is that there is more than just our side of that fact. And so one of the things that we do along with perception equals peace are empathy exercises. It's crucial in relationships because we need to understand ourselves, but we need to give space and grace to other people too, whatever they intended. Whether their intention was toxic or not, we get to decide how we perceive it and whether we're going to carry that toxin with us or lay it down. It's powerful.
I love that you just said that because as you were talking, I was thinking like, that's why those empathy exercises are so important. So I love that you just said that because it is so true. Because, as Renee was mentioning, there are going to be things and times where this situation, that has come up or comes up for you. This is a fact. Someone hurt me. Someone hurt me deeply, cut me to the core. Or maybe there's a situation where someone keeps doing this thing and it's hurtful, but having that empathy exercise, it shifts everything, you guys. I mean, so even in the moment when you are, maybe someone is doing something and it's painful for you, and what's our knee-jerk reaction sometimes is, we get defensive and we get in that mode, we're getting revved up, right? Like we're perceiving this threat. But being able to just take a moment and in that moment do that empathy exercise, or if you have done this empathy exercise and that thing is coming up for you, being able to recall to mind, this is what this person is going through, this is what they're dealing with, this is what they've struggled with. It literally is like you are putting yourself in that person's shoes and you are like filling the role of this person, and you just think about, Renee, literally is like you're walking through their life.
Yes.
And that is such a game changer. And you're able to just take a moment and you're just like, okay. And then you're able to perceive it differently. And like she said, how much energy are you going to give this thing? It,
Mm-hmm.
it is life changing.
It really is. It
Mm.
really is. It allows us to we get permission, like, to
Yeah.
be at peace. It's okay. It's really okay. And we get to decide, how we're going to feel and how we're going to show up. And we take control back with that. It's amazing. It's amazing. So that is the first one. Perception equals peace. And we're going to move on to the next one. On the next video, we're going to talk about taking the toxic out of the love. So we'll see you on that video. Bye.